Welcome to the interview portion of this podcast. We got the starting quarterback for America's team, Chase Brice. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me.
Yep, coming off of two big wins. I mean, crazy.
Game day in Boone too. Couldn't quite get the game on ESPN, but that'll come, I'm sure, pretty soon. The way you guys keep finishing these games up. How was the atmosphere in Boone just this week with game day in town? I know people were camped out 6, 7 in the morning on Friday even to
Yeah.
try and get in on that. So yeah, how was the atmosphere in Boone this week coming into
Yeah,
this
the
game?
atmosphere, as y'all could imagine, was absolutely electric. It was so fun seeing the students and just like the town of Boone, really excited for College Game Day and just what that does to Boone and like App State. I mean, we were already, on the map, but it just magnifies it even more. So, obviously we were excited, but we knew there was a job to be done, and it was a battle. The game was an absolute battle. It came down to the last 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the videos and the highlights, and like to cap it off like that with College Game Day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I mean, might as well get into that. I know I was going crazy, but what were you thinking when Troy got the safety and then squibbed it from like the 20-yard line? A lot of
Yeah,
people were questioning that.
yeah. I didn't personally, honestly, I don't know. I'm not an analytics guy, and I'm not a head coach. And I've seen that before.
I've seen the safety just a
I've seen
squib.
the safety, and I understand what they were trying to do, but obviously they had a plan.
Yeah.
They wanted to waste enough time. Didn't want a bot. They didn't want anything to happen backed up in their own territory. So, squibbing it, it gave us pretty good field position to start, but it did knock off a good amount of
Yeah.
seconds. They tried to hold us up, and that was good on their part. And they played really good defense for 3 plays, really 4 plays. Honestly, I mean, you get a Hail Mary from from our own
50, yeah.
44-yard line, or something crazy like that, and just get a shot to throw it up. I mean, they played the sidelines well. They had a plan, and I mean,
Yeah.
it just comes down to where does that
Execution.
ball end up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just a back and forth match. Sunbelt is really blown up,
That's why I
and
call it the Fun Belt.
yeah, and I mean, it's super competitive. Everybody is aware of each other, and I think that's the great thing about the Sun Belt. You know, the Power Five, a lot of those Power Five teams don't get to play Sun Belt a lot. When they do, it's so different.
Yeah.
But the Sun Belt is so similar with offenses and defenses that we all, and a lot of coaches come from the same tree. So it's just like everybody's kind of got each other's number. So you got to be creative in ways to try to win. So, thankfully we found a way.
Just to give people an idea about this conference he's talking about, in App State's division alone, teams from that side of the conference went out. Obviously, Chase and the App State went to College Station, beat A&M, but teams in that division also beat Notre Dame and Nebraska in the same day from the same half of this conference. So, I mean, the conference as a whole is giant killers, but it's really, I mean, the half that App State matches up with directly getting into conference play here. I mean, they went out and got Nebraska's coach fired, essentially. I mean, these are teams that some of these Power 5 schools may not recognize as Sun Belt teams and never heard of the Sun Belt, and their teams get into these battles and they lose them, or it's a battle for 4 quarters, and you never really underestimate them like that again. So that's a really good point about the conference as a whole. And obviously, a big opening win in conference play for you guys, coming off a 10-win season. So that
Yeah,
was
the
really,
Sun
really
Belt,
cool to see.
the Sun Belt East is a monster for sure.
Yeah. Was that one of the worst spirals you ever thrown? Like,
Absolutely.
I saw that video and I'm like, that from that guy that had the end zone. I was
Yeah.
looking at it, I'm like, whoa, that's a duck.
Oh, no doubt. The thing is, like, I mean, y'all
Yeah.
see me throw, like I can make it to the end zone.
Yeah.
However, I threw it and going through my mind, I'm just like, don't overthrow whatever you do. Make sure there's air on it. Wait till your guys so they can get down there. Because I had the same receivers on the field that had just ran 3 plays in a row of verticals and outs, and like they were tired. Snapped the ball with 2 seconds on the play clock, and I'm just thinking in my mind, okay, I can't roll to the right. I got to find a way. Just got to get the ball off. Give our guys a chance. And there's a picture of me throwing, and the ball is literally this high, like out of my hand. It's almost parallel to the sky. So it goes super high and it just kind of dies down. But yeah, I probably put, I don't know, it was like a good 7-8 seconds it was in the air. Like I put
it was in the thing forever.
That's like a good punter tank time.
Yeah, it was. It was actually like when I threw it, I was like, okay, that came out bad. But I was like, it's gonna get somewhere, like it's gonna get close.
Right.
So it went like the 4-yard line. And luckily my guys didn't overrun it. Like they were kind of in the same area. So it all worked out.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing was just you got to give them a chance. And if you throw it out of the end zone, you lose. And yeah, that was it. So
yeah, I mean, you threw it so high. You threw it so
Yeah.
high that the camera literally had to pan up just to find the ball, and then it just came down like a missile.
It was that golf broadcast, honestly. They're looking for the ball, and thankfully, you had 3 guys down there, like you mentioned. But the block by Robinson, once Horn did get a hold of it, that too led him to,
Huge.
I won't say walk in the end zone, but there was a guy there to make that play short of the end zone, and he was blocked perfectly.
Yeah,
I mean, go in that right sideline.
When you obviously draw it up like it happened, but the goal of that is to get the ball at least 4 yards deep in the end zone, and you have basically a jump ball type of play. We have our tallest guy on the field, Dalton Stroman, great hands, great athlete, and can jump. And if he can catch it, he's going to catch it. However, he knew he was short, so there was no point. And Christian Horn is the rat player that is ready for the tips. He's ready for the front tips, and then Michael Hetzel on number 12, he's ready for the back tips. And Caden was in the perfect spot after the tip to make a block, which was, which sealed it, for him to run in the end zone, like you said.
You had some good protection too, to allow you to get the ball off too. You had to run around a little bit.
Yeah, that D line was wreaking havoc all night. They were hitting me, talking smack to me. They were in my grill. 9, 52, 5, 41, number 3, all those guys. And so great athletes, and they knew how to get to the passer. They knew how to get to me. And like I said, I found grass to the left more than I did the right. So that's why I went to the left.
Was it easier to throw off that side, or would it have been easier to go? Because you're kind of throwing.
I pitched in pretty good. Like I could have maybe took another second, but if you watch the video, my lineman Bucky Williams is like running. I don't know if he thinks I'm about to take off and run, but he's like right behind me.
So you wait one more second. He's 3 yards down the field.
Yeah, if I would have waited another second, I also was like right behind the line of scrimmage, so I was like in the perfect spot to let it go.
Yeah, that'd have been something. You complete that, but then get called back for illegal man downfield.
Oh,
yeah, no.
How depressing, dude.
That would have been bad.
You going back to the week leading up real quick. I don't know if this is true or not. I really hope it is. But did you guys have mouse traps all over the facility this week? Just letting you know that there's a lot of noise, boons buzzing, but this is still a conference game, a team that you can't take lightly. They're going to walk in here and give you everything, which they did. And they said, don't take the cheese was a big point they were driving home this week.
Yeah, it was definitely don't take the cheese. I referred back to back when Nick Saban was referring things to rat poison.
Yeah.
He didn't want to hear it. Mac Jones did the same thing. Those leading questions leading up to a game like this. You got College Gameday. You got a lot of hype around it. You wanted to stay focused, and we were. I'll be honest, like we were a very focused team. It probably took another day to like get our bodies back from A&M because of the plane malfunction, but other than that, like we were excited. Last year we went into halftime with Troy, I think 10-7. Like we knew what we were getting into, and we knew the program they have and the new head coach, and he was going to bring something different to the table for this team, and it's hard to win. It's hard to win college football games. Like period, doesn't matter who you are. So it was a battle.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Marshall, speaking of giant killers in this conference, losing overtime on the road this weekend. So, I mean, that emotional high coming off a huge win. They went out and beat Notre Dame a week ago. And, they go into a hostile environment, unfamiliar territory, and they end up dropping a game. So, I mean, it's like you said, any given Saturday almost. It doesn't matter who you are, what your team looks like, what you did last week. Especially a game like Troy. They're a conference team. They know you guys really well. I mean,
yeah,
they're going to give you everything, no matter where it is on the schedule. But I mean, coming off the weekend you guys did last week, I'm sure that only just increased the target on y'all's back from their perspective.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. How's it feel going to 2-0 in College Station?
Yeah, I took that picture with Scott. I'm sure y'all saw it. It's I need to get that one framed for sure. But
100%. Oh yeah.
But I didn't think about it until like it hit me, and I'm like, I've been in this locker room before. KB, Trev, the whole crew, like, we came in here and that was an awesome game.
Yeah.
And it was a night game, so it was even louder. And I was like, Scott, smile. Hey, 2-0 at Kyle Field. So it was pretty cool.
That game feels like it was 10 years ago when we were out there.
Yeah. No doubt. I'm way past my time, man.
Yeah, I heard who are you on with? Greg McElroy, and y'all talking about you're a grandpa now or something?
Yeah, everybody sees me in the training room because I'm getting needles and cuffs and massages, and they're rolling me out, like, and they're just like, dang, Chase, man, like you're old. Like you're old, dude.
Your knees and ankles pop when you walk around.
I'm popping. I can't run as fast anymore. My knees hurt. Like it's crazy.
Run fast?
Yeah, dude. Come on now.
That's fast.
I used to. I get loose out there.
just don't let you in the open field.
Fast enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get going, you can't stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that Jimbo Fisher mentioned the week leading up to that matchup last weekend was just the experience you guys have in that locker room. A lot of fourth year, fifth year, sixth year guys like yourself coming together into one locker room. I mean, especially in smaller programs, like that's going to really lead you to some special things. And he was mentioning that A&M team did not have that kind of experience, that kind of camaraderie. Guys maybe have been a couple different places and coming together for one last ride, or got 1 or 2 years left. How does that help you guys in the locker room? With games on the schedule that everybody looks at, like A&M, or a game like Troy, where maybe the game day's not there, doesn't get much attention, but it's still a conference game. How does it help you guys?
Yeah, it's big to have a mature, or have guys that are mature and have played a lot of ball to help the guys that haven't played, because we do have those guys as well that are having to step up. And that A&M team is ridiculously talented. Next year that D-line is going to be crazy good. Big, fast, strong. Their linebackers are good. Their safeties are good. They're just a little bit young. Like they were talking to me like, hey, Sevy, you could be my daddy. Like, I'm like,
I don't know how I would respond to that.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Like, are you 18? Like, I mean, but that's kind of like the gap. When you've played a lot of ball, like me and Cam Peoples and Coop Hodges and Andy Hardy, a lot of my guys up front, when you've seen a lot of ball and been around a lot of people, from 2017 to now, you develop that experience, and it kind of evens out the playing field as far as talent. And then, okay, I've experienced it. I know what to do here. I'm playing faster than what my talent allows me to, if you know what I mean. Like, recognizing defense and just leverage and fundamentals. So, it's definitely helping us in the locker room and moving forward.
Yeah. And we know with you being at Clemson, you've been on winning teams that have those just veterans that know how to handle a locker room, handle games. I'm assuming that plays into this like, way over the top of some other aspects of the game.
Yeah. And especially being like a backup for all those years, getting to witness Kelly, Trevor, being around Cleveland Farrell and Christian Wilkins, and even going in with T, just seeing that maturity in Travis and guys like that, Trayvon Mullen, like Tanner Muse. I can name a whole list of guys that I got to like that they waited their time and I got to see how they work and prepare. And now I feel I'm like in that same position of where they were, 3-4 years ago. I'm now trying to be that role model, that old head that is just doing things right because I've seen it done right and got the formula for success. And obviously battling adversity and, transferring twice is my third school. Like, a lot of that, develops tough skin and, makes you a little wiser in the end.
Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just had to find your home.
Yeah, exactly. Another home. Yeah.
Because Appalachian is a state. I'm assuming you saw that video of the.
I
the
did.
yell leader.
Yeah.
It was like, what is going on, guys? Like, y'all can't be this.
Yeah.
Like,
they got like groupies that follow them around. I've heard like they got fans for the yell leaders. Like
There's like a whole like subculture behind it. It's
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. And they were not happy. Like Texas A&M, I think the school was not happy with some of those
They were
jokes.
yanking every video down.
Honestly, I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I
it's
think
harmless stuff.
because it wasn't like personal and like I'm not from here in like the mountains.
Right.
But I could understand, people growing up here in Boone, or having strong ties to the program in the city or the town. The whole hillbilly stuff. Like, I know he's just trying to, clown App State. But he's not.
Yeah.
That guy's not playing, right? He's not on the field. He's speaking a little out of context for, putting words in the mouths of, their football team, and expecting to win. So,
yeah.
It was I guess you could say it was unfortunate. I know he caught a lot of flack for it, but
I mean,
at the end, we just thought it was kind of goofy,
yeah.
honestly.
Right.
Well, and you're used to some of those like hostile environments, I guess. And you've played games in South Carolina, Florida State.
Yeah.
Like they have no filters. I mean, I'm living like 10 miles from the school, so I deal with it all the time. And I mean, you build a thicker skin with some of those things when you hear it every year and stuff like that.
You just learn to laugh at it now.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I mean, you're just talking like crazy because y'all, you haven't done it. You're and you work for Clemson, like, Clemson, like, y'all are just talking now. Like, y'all are just trying to find a way to get under my skin. So
yeah,
we the first game me and Bailey ever traveled to at Clemson was at Louisville, and we were all too familiar with a guy there in full body paint and a painted on bird beak that screamed at us for 4 hours.
He told me to sniff y'all's jock strap. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not my job.
He was there more to yell at us. I don't know if he actually watched a single play. This dude's soul just
he paints up everything
that all night. Yeah,
dude, that's hilarious.
Paint. Yeah, some of the things I get told stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm just handing out water. Like, come on now. Like, I have no. Me being out here does not affect the game at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Louisiana, like Lafayette, hostile. Like,
I know
bad, bad. Absolutely. You guys saw him twice last year too. So I mean, it's
Are you happy that Napier's not out there anymore?
Who? No, Napier. Oh, I mean, they had a great team. Like, that was.
Yeah. He's a good coach.
That second game we had, that Sunbelt Championship was a dogfight.
Oh, absolutely.
They made a couple more plays than we did, but he's had that program rolling, just like App has been rolling the past 5 years. So, happy for him to get this job. He recruited me a little bit when I was coming out, so I knew about him, and I think it's cool. Travis's brother is now running back there.
Right.
And,
Run the same way too.
Small world, like it. You get to meet all these people.
He actually, Billy was a offensive coordinator for Clemson in like early 2010s, so it's a full circle with him.
Right.
I think that speaks to the Sun Belt as a conference almost. I mean, the showing that you guys put on in that championship game was just awesome to watch. And then you see a coach in that game go to a place like Florida and have success. I mean, they opened with a win against Utah, who was number 7. So, I mean, that's if you need another indicator of the Sun Belt pointing in the right direction, I mean, that right there, you can go to that right away. One thing about just, App State, Boone in general, you followed a guy, Zach Thomas, was there 4 years, started 3. How's the reception been in Boone? With the community outside the locker room and the people there, but it's a big football town. How's that been like?
Yeah. Last year I got to talk to Zach a few times. He wasn't really around as much because he had just got a new job and things like that. But he came to a couple home games. But this year with Jacob Huseman and a lot of those other guys, Thomas being gone. He's been around a little bit more. He was at A&M. He was at the game Saturday. So it's been great seeing him and getting to talk to him, chop it up, because he had a great career here. What an outstanding quarterback and athlete. He could spin it, could run. And so we've got to be pretty close, actually, probably over the last year. And, a lot of people ask me, like, following into, like, his success. My goal was just to continue that, obviously. He had a great career here and left a great legacy. And, the objective is to win championships up here. It's to win the East, or, win the East and win the Sun Belt and win your bowl game, win the closer. So, that was my goal leading into it. I didn't want to try to be like him because I can't run like him at all. Like, and he had been in this offense for
I thought you were fast.
Yeah, I mean, I can scoot around a little bit, but he had been in the offense and learned under Taylor Lamb, and that's why I've got a lot of confidence coming into this year, just building off of last year and what I did. And with our new OC, we're really getting rolling.
You mentioned winning the closer. That was a tough bowl game, going up against Bailey Zappi.
Yeah,
that dude can fling it.
Yeah, they had they were explosive.
Yeah. You set records though, so.
I tried to match him every drive. I'm like, this guy, man, he's putting it on the money. And our offense last year was a lot more conservative. We were ground and pound, and we take shots, and we weren't. Last year we just weren't designed to be in a shootout, to be honest with you. And that's what we got into. We got into a shootout real fast and came up short by several points, but it was still fun to be down there in Boca.
Yeah, y'all figured out that shootout thing with against North Carolina this year.
Yeah, we figured out we're gonna have to I think that's the beauty about our offense is we can slow it down and then we can go quick tempo, 10 personnel, spread them out, dink and dump, and then take our shots. We've got a lot of weapons.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 40 points in the last 12 minutes of that game. And that's just, you might not see that again all year. That's just incredible. I mean, I know there's a lot of chaos in the middle of that. And I mean, what are you thinking when they take the onside back? You're like, oh, I'm getting the ball back off a kick. I mean, just what was that like? I know another insane just couple of plays, while you're waiting on the sideline, get the ball back. I mean, what were you thinking when they took the onside back and you got to go out and get 8 again?
I didn't know what to think, to be honest. I didn't know where that put us. As far as the score, I had to really somebody told me dude, he scored, we still have a shot. And I'm like, really? Right. What is there, 20 seconds left?
Yeah.
For us to take and plus we got a
penalty.
Right.
They went head hunting.
Pushed them back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like we're gonna get like pretty healthy field position here. I think we had a couple timeouts, so we can push it if we can find a way. And so shoot, we found a way, and then we just, missing the 2 in a row really hurt. Golly, I'm not going to ever forget it, to be honest, but I've moved on from it. In the moment, it just sucks, but for us to battle like that in an opening game, they played the week before, so like that was our first game. Work out some kinks and look at where we can get better at was all we could do from there.
Yeah, we created our own I can't say
statistic.
it. Yeah, we created our own. Like ugly wins. We created pretty losses, and we'll chalk that up as a pretty loss.
Pretty loss.
Yeah, we gave Texas one against Alabama. I mean, they ranked them, so it's the new move. Pretty losses. I couldn't spit it out. It was just not there. What kind of expectations you got for the rest of the season?
1-0 each week. I mean, I know it's cliche, but it's like how you have to think. We're playing a really talented JMU team this Saturday who has had tremendous success at the FCS level. I'm surprised that they're just now leaving that level. They've been dominant. And they have a great fan base. I kind of view them as a lot like App State, just people up there love football. They've been successful and they're hungry. I got to meet a couple of their players at the Sunbelt Media Day. And I enjoyed them. They're great dudes. Hilarious. I think one was a running back and one was a linebacker. Or a DN. But just like real genuine down to earth guys. And I know that head coach does a great job preparing his team, and it's gonna be a battle. And then not looking past anybody, but like I said, 1-0, and that's all we can really focus on.
That's the only way you can look at it.
That's it. If I start looking past somebody, I've already lost. So
that's what a lot of people were saying with Texas A&M, because Miami was coming in ranked. That was supposed to be a top 10, top 15 matchup, but you got to win every week.
There, and you guys stole it from them.
Yeah,
had it all mapped out.
I watched that game too. Buddies with Max Johnson, and he got the start. And and Miami's super talented. I mean, Frank went there, and my old OC and quarterback coach, Coach Ponce, is down there at Miami. And I watched that game. It was, when you have two teams like that are uber talented, but also like young as well, it's a low scoring game, but mistakes are going to happen. But it was fun to watch. They're super talented.
Yeah, I think Miami's number one wide receiver was out too, so that hurts a little bit. But Tyler Van Dyke's a stud too.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback for sure.
ACC's got some quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, he can sling it. Yeah, Malik Cunningham, Van Dyke, DJ, Sam Hartman, Drake May.
He can,
Jordan Travis, hopefully he gets back healthy.
Lefty from Virginia.
Armstrong.
Brandon Armstrong, yeah.
There's quarterbacks everywhere.
I think Schrader is killing it up at Syracuse.
Oh, yeah, Syracuse. They're 3-0 now too, yeah.
So, and
Duke's
then
3-0.
Duke, Riley, Leonard, so.
Yeah, another 3-0 team.
ACC's pretty loaded with quarterbacks.
Surprising, but people are still going to dog them.
Yeah, ACC, they don't, for some reason, doesn't get a lot of respect.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, sometimes there's down years, sometimes there's really strong years.
Every conference has that.
The NIL has changed, though. Like, transferring in NIL has definitely changed conferences and the players you get versus what it used to be, for sure.
How much has that changed for you? I know you said we've seen you enter the portal a couple times, but how much has the NIL changed? Like the way you look at football and all that.
For me, I was approached early on in NIL, but being an older guy, the value. I'm not a selfish guy, and I'm not going somewhere for the money, and I'm not playing for the money, stuff like that. Like, I just felt like the value, the time I'm taking away from preparing for a game isn't enough to, if I was a freshman or sophomore where I had 2-3 more years left where I could develop like more knowledge about, NIL and financial literacy and things like that. But I'm also in a place that, like, it's not a huge market like some other places. And so I like the local spots, Clean Eats. I'm with B1 Patch. I just took my patch off, but
I saw you post that the other day.
On your social, yeah.
It's a vitamin patch. It's thiamine. It's B1, so it helps with stamina, keeping that energy like throughout a game. I wore them all during fall camp, and I felt a complete difference in my body and like just my focus level. I was alert and I wasn't as tired, and it also helps with recovery and concussion. So definitely shouting them out because they've been a huge help in my preparation. And then we just got the 3333 LLC, which is a group up here that is going to teach us financial literacy, how to handle money, because I think we got some guys on the team that are going to make a lot of money in the next year or two. So that'll be awesome. And then I think that's really BOA Blast hydration. So I've got a couple, none where I'm just like solely for the money or getting a lot of money. Like, I enjoy the product and I use the product that helps me.
Yeah,
Right,
they actually benefit you.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I think like NIL should be, in a way. I mean, I'm not going to sign with Maserati or Lamborghini.
Bojangles.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be cool, but like, how much Bojangles can I eat?
Yeah. Now, if I was playing a Chick-fil-A approach me, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Right, for sure.
There's exceptions, yeah.
Yeah, and if they want to, if we want to get some patches, send them our way. We'll be glad to.
Oh, you want some patches?
I mean, if they want to sponsor us too, we're open to people.
Wide
I'll
open,
take some
yeah.
patches.
I'll get some patches. I got a code too, CB7. You just type it in, get you a little discount. You'll feel better.
That'll work.
I'm up at 5 a.m. every day. I need it sometimes.
You can smell the vitamin too. Like, I even got like the spot on my arm where it goes. You just put it on a hairless spot.
And my whole body's hairless, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, between you putting it on that spot and avoiding your turf burn on the other side.
Dude, yeah.
Show that off.
That ain't pretty, dude. It was bleeding. Nah. You can see it in the video too. It's fresh blood.
I remember when we were out in Dallas before practice, throwing the ball around, and I dove in the end zone. I left some skin in Dallas. Like, my whole side was just cut up.
In Jerry's World?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That Notre Dame year, yeah.
Oh man, what a game! Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Had the salvation bucket. I jumped in there. I felt like Zeke. Like,
that
this is what it's like. Yeah. They looked good yesterday. Surprisingly.
Yeah, good win. I picked the Bengals though. I was on a radio show and I did the NFL pick'em, and I think I went, dude, I was so close. Like, all my upsets almost hit.
Steelers.
I think I was like 7-5 or 6-6. But yeah, I was kind of bummed.
That's been crazy so far this year. So batting 500 with that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just, college football and NFL, like, no one knows who's gonna win. Like we've said, any given week, anybody can win. I was just glad that y'all got that safety. I had the over in y'all's game, so it hit then. I was sweating.
Oh yeah.
I was
sweating
some of that.
What was it like?
52. 52, and it was sitting right on 52, and then the safety. I'm like, sweet, now I'll go win the game.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Oh man.
Got anything else, Grayson?
I think that's all I got. Good luck the rest of the season getting into Sun Belt play, and obviously, you guys are building off a 10-win season, and go out, win the East and win the conference, and then see what bowl season brings.
Yeah, man, it's flying. It's flying by.
I'm gonna get some App State gear. I'm gonna go look online here soon.
Dude, hey, get you a Breezy jersey now. Come on, man.
I'll
Oh,
yeah,
support
we
the
got
boy.
that. Yeah.
I'll support the boy.
That'd
I'll rock it around. Wear it around Columbia. See how many death threats I get.
be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yep. We
Cool.
appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all
Chris,
having me
thank you,
on.
man.
I
Yep.
enjoyed it. This was fun.
Yeah, we'll try and get you on later on in season 2, possibly. So,
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
All right.
If y'all need any other guys, let me know.
of course. Appreciate it.